Imagine you invested just a few thousand kroner every month, and 20 years later, you open your account and see over 1 million kroner. Not because you got lucky, not because you picked the perfect stock. You followed a simple strategy used by some of the most successful long-term investors in the world. In this video, I'll show you the best index funds available in Sweden, their 5-year returns, and a simple investing strategy any beginner can follow. When I started investing, I tried to pick individual stocks, like most people, but I learned that most professional investors fail to beat the market over time. So instead of trying to pick winners, I buy the entire market using index funds. Index funds give me instant diversification, extremely low fees, and historically strong long-term returns. The formula I follow is simple: low fees plus global diversification plus time in the market. If I'm a beginner investor in Sweden, the best starting point for me is a global index fund. I use Avanza Global because it invests in thousands of companies around the world and has a fee of 0.10% with about an 88% 5-year return. Because the fee is extremely low, more of my money stays invested. I also consider Länsförsäkringar Global Index, which has about a 0.20% fee and roughly a 92% 5-year return. If I had to pick only one fund for the next 20 years, a global index fund like this would usually be enough. I sometimes add a small amount of Swedish companies to my portfolio. Avanza Zero tracks Sweden's largest companies, has a zero management fee, and about an 82% 5-year return. I typically add about 10 to 20% Sweden exposure to my portfolio. I also look at emerging markets funds like Avanza Emerging Markets, which charges about 0.30% and has about a 45% 5-year return. This fund invests in faster-growing economies like China, India, and Brazil, and can be more volatile. I use it to add global diversification to my overall portfolio. Here are 3 simple strategies I recommend for beginners. Option 1. I allocate 100% to a global index fund, which is perfect for beginners. Option 2. I do 80% global and 20% Sweden. Option 3. I do 70% global, 20% emerging markets, and 10% Sweden. For me, the key is not complexity, but consistency. The biggest mistake I see beginners make is panic selling during market crashes. Markets will go up and down, and sometimes my portfolio may drop 20 or even 30%. But as a long-term investor, I continue investing every month. I view market crashes as the moments when long-term wealth is built. If I'm starting investing in Sweden, I know I don't need complicated strategies. I start with a simple global index fund, invest every month, and think long-term. I believe the best investment strategy is often the simplest one.